Hello, friends. I'm Ozan Kirkbey. Welcome to my astrology channel. Everyone, Mayday, Mayday! It got a little wet. It got a little wet. The weather is a bit hot. So I shaved and it got wet. Exactly, nothing to do about it. Friends, welcome to the weekly ex-lovers video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ex-lovers video. Let's get started. I hope you like my background. Yes, it's just finished. I made it. The planet Uranus. Yes, it's just finished. I made the planet Uranus. I thought, let me not leave the background empty. Since my moon sign is Aquarius, and I represent Uranus. Well then, I should put the planet Uranus in the background too. Friends, what is it? What isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see what is and what isn't now. Now, this week, as you know, or from the other videos, it's been quite a good week. And let's see now, as we move forward this week, while going through this week, the things we've left behind in our lives, exactly the things we've left behind. What are they doing? What are they up to? Are we glad we left them behind? Do those who left have any doubts in their minds? Because these numbers are the ones watching right now. Exactly. Now, let's see. According to your rising sign, what are your ex-lovers up to? I'm going to tell you now. I'll start with the ex of Aries. Not those whose ex is Aries, but those whose sun or rising sign is Aries. What are their exes doing? Your sign will be Aries. Your rising sign will be Taurus. And their ex-love. The ex-love of the person whose rising sign is Taurus. People get confused about ex-lovers. They get very confused. Like, oh, my ex is a Gemini. So what? You looked at Gemini for your rising sign. But what's your sign? Scorpio. So what do you care about, Gemini? If you listen to that, you won't learn anything. Your rising sign is Scorpio. You should watch your own ex-love. That way you can figure out what they're up to. Let's make sure we don't get it wrong. It can be misunderstood sometimes. Now, let's see what the ex-lovers of friends whose sun sign and rising sign are Aries are up to in the name of the power of shadows. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Let's see what your ex-lovers are up to, what they're after. Card number 1 says that your ex-lovers are confused. Their minds are really mixed up. They're having trouble focusing. So it wouldn't be surprising if you see them jumping from one thing to another. Why? Because here we have the Five of Swords, clear as day. There's both a problem with stability and an intention to deceive someone. I don't know if it was like this when I was with you, but can I fool anyone with the way it is now? Okay, you might deceive someone, but to keep deceiving them, you need to be consistent, my friend. Well, exactly. Or did you say this? Let Rahman go. I mean, just forget it. Forget your emotional life. So, I'm going to live however I want. Whoever comes along, it doesn't matter. If that's what you're saying, this card already explains it. If you're saying, how can I deceive someone? This card explains that too. You could call this a kind of psychology too. Dear Aries, rising's ex-love. Card number 2. Aha! Panic. The second card says that this person isn't interested in the comments I mentioned. This person is panicking. They say, I don't want to lose any of the people in my life. How do we know this? Because in the Five of Swords, they're in a state of panic and having trouble focusing. Mayday, mayday, by the power of the shadows. Exactly. The fear of losing the people in my life, the Five of Swords. I don't want to come out defeated in this relationship. there are also rivals in these relationships, in these connections. So, well, with Venus in Aries, things are absolutely chaotic. It's basically like doomsday. It's like whoever grabs whoever is trying to kiss them. I honestly don't know what to do anymore. Mayday, Mayday. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. That's the mood I'm in right now. Friends with Aries rising signs. Your ex-lovers are exactly in this mindset right now. What does the last card say? What does the last card say? What kind of message does the last card have? What are you saying, card? Aha. Can't pull it together. Just can't get it together, man. Can't pull it together. This will be hard to pull together. Exactly. This is tough. There's the queen of breaking things off. I don't care, but I want emotion. And yeah, I want attention too. Yeah, but I can't focus. Yeah, half indifferent, half should I care or should I not care? What's up? What am I doing? What am I up to? What am I after, my friend? What am I after? Exactly. But in the end, I don't want to lose. Yeah, I mean, most likely, just so you know, I'm going to mess things up. Your ex loves right now, most likely, I'm going to mess it up. I've messed it up and I will mess it up, just so you know. So if you ask, why are you acting so ridiculous? It's because I've messed things up, man. I mean, it's not like you think I don't want to lose, but at the same time, I don't care. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing either. But yeah, I'm a complete mess. Everything is like mud. I'm in a muddy mood. I'm not one to back down. I can't even put up with myself. How will you attract me? I'm really curious. How do you even tolerate me, huh? That's exactly the mood right now. The rising sign. So, the ex-lovers of friends with Aries rising, how do you even put up with me, man? I'm not the type to back down. Of course, you have no idea. I mean, were you really that desperate that you ended up in my life? That's the mood. Now, let's move on to Taurus signs. Let's see what the ex-lovers of friends whose sun sign or rising sign is Taurus are up to, what they're after. Taurus ex-lover 1, Taurus ex-lover 2, and Taurus ex-lover 3. We saw the ex-lover of someone with Aries rising. They're being ridiculous, hitting rock bottom with their nonsense, actually. You know, just completely out of it, moaning and groaning. It's pure chaos. What do they call it? It's a total capsizing happening right now. So what are the ex-lovers of Aries signs saying? They're the same old crap, too. Exactly the same crap right now. They also have issues with physical contact. What are we going to do? If you think the sun is about to move from Taurus to Gemini, that's the vibe right now. For friends with Taurus rising, your ex-lovers are in the same situation right now. I just want to call it direct penalty. They're talking absolute nonsense. But let's see now how the second card will complete this. Just now, the Seven of Swords came out completely differently. The second card popped out just like that. Well, I'm going to hit the bullseye, but I'm afraid I won't be able to. Exactly. I'm going to hit the target. Well, I'm doing something, but what if it doesn't work? Yeah, what if it doesn't work? Okay, that's the right sentence. What if it doesn't work? Why did I mess things up before? It didn't work. That's the part I just can't get over. Why couldn't you get over it? Let me tell you why you didn't experience it. Don't say you don't know why you're not alive. Let me tell you why you didn't experience it. Bro, if someone is focusing on a certain topic, let me hit them from there. Let me stay there, hit from there, hit from there. Guys, relationships don't work by finding the weaknesses of the people in front of you and using them against them. That's a threat. Don't try to make a point by threatening the person in front of you. You're trying to take the other person somewhere in the relationship by playing on their weaknesses and by exploiting their flaws. That doesn't work. And this way, I would also be deceiving them. I would be distracting their attention. I would have made the whole focus something. You're already distracting the attention of someone whose boundaries are a mess. You're already in a messed up situation yourself. Gee, of course, I don't understand this in Turkey. In Turkey, everyone does this to each other, including in relationships. I can understand it in business or career life. Even there, people probe for each other's weaknesses and pursue their goals. Why do you care about someone else's weaknesses? But this is the way Turkish people are, playing on each other's weaknesses. Although, since I've lived in Turkey for a long time, Maybe this is all I've seen. But I don't know. In relationships, this doesn't work. Let me tell you that right now. In relationships, this doesn't work. Why? Because my friend, at the same time, they've made it a matter of pride. In a way, they're out for revenge. Look, right here. They're kind of seeking revenge. Let me put it this way. They're either taking revenge on you directly, or they're redirecting it towards someone else. Since they couldn't handle this, couldn't win this one over. Since I didn't get what I wanted here, then let me do it with that one. And do with them what I couldn't do here. Gee. What's going on? Let me do with them what I couldn't do with the others. Believe me, that's someone else. That's a completely different person. You can't do with them what you couldn't do with the others anyway. Have you ever really looked at them? What kind of character are you dealing with? Have you ever made a move, even a little? Have you considered what kind of person they are? Yeah. You just wanted to experience the things you wanted to live with that person. In other words, the things you wanted to experience with someone just happened to coincide with that person. You never looked at their character. You only focused on what you wanted to experience. You focused on that dream in your mind. Is that right? That's right. Now, you won't be able to experience the things you couldn't live before with them either. Because if you didn't pay attention to this person's character, you definitely won't pay attention to the next one's either. And as you jump from one to another, you'll get even more frustrated. God. You'll get even more frustrated. Why couldn't you do it with that one? At least let me do it with this one. The reason I'm getting older. Get out of here. Gee, get out of here. Is she crazy or what? Taurus, their ex-love is in this mode right now. Completely ultra. Like an irreversible tribal infection. It's over. Done. I already feel sorry for the next person. They'll try to make up for twice what they couldn't do with you. He doesn't need any more. Exactly. Now let's move on to Gemini. Let's see how the ex-lovers of friends whose sun sign and rising sign are Gemini are doing. No problem. No problem. How are you? They send their regards. They send their regards. And greetings back. So, what's the latest situation? Not buying it, really. It's not like you think at all. It's not something you can take or put up with, right? Exactly, that's why they're an ex anyway. Wow, really? Even more like this? Now let's see, Gemini ex-lover 1, ex-lover 2, and ex-lover 3. What are they saying? What? Where are you? Apparently they want to do something, but don't know how to do it. Of course, they want to do something, but they don't know how to go about it. How do you know? There's the Hermit card here. I want to do something, but I don't know how to do it, or by what method. That's what the Hermit card says. I want to do something concrete in my relationship, but I have absolutely no idea how to do it. Honestly, not at all. Just wait for the sun to move into Gemini. Doesn't eat. Doesn't eat. So, shall we check the second floor? Look, let's see. Let's see. I know what you can't handle. What doesn't he eat? I know what your ex-love can't handle. No, he's not having any luck. The guts. How do you know? Because there's the Chariot card. I'll come back, but I'm afraid of whether or not I'll be able to take responsibility for what I've done when I return. That's why I'm not coming back anyway. Maybe I'm just fooling myself. It's as clear as day how I should do it. It's as clear as day how I should do it. But since I can't take on those responsibilities and take the wheel, I don't know how I'll actually do it. So, is it your rising sign? Did you pick up this habit from Gemini? I mean, faking it to yourself. Oh, I don't know how to do it. You know perfectly well. You just don't want to. Your ass won't eat. That's it. You just don't want to. You don't have the guts. You can't turn that wheel. Because if you do, you'll have to take on that responsibility too. Because it's you who's stuck. On Gemini as well. You've also picked up Gemini's habit of faking it. Yusuf. But it won't work. It won't work. Let's look at card number 3. Exactly. Just as you said. Directly. But I don't know how to do it. I can't foresee what's ahead. My friend. Then you shouldn't just rush in head first. You try to rush in head first. The things you've tried to rush into are right here. You take on everything yourself. You keep trying to go head first. And because you go head first, you can't decide which way to turn. Since you can't decide which way to turn, You can't break the cycle and go there. And you say, I can't foresee what's ahead of me. Man, if you live like this today, you won't be able to foresee anything. It's impossible. I mean, you have no chance at all. Exactly. It's clear as day. You have no chance at all. You'll end up in deep trouble. You'll just freeze up like that. And then you'll say, I can't even open up. Nothing. Then you end up blaming yourself, thinking you're the dumbest person in the world, when you've already put so much on your own shoulders. There's such a thing as shame. There's such a thing as shame. I mean, a person shouldn't put someone else under such pressure, nor should they burden themselves this much. Now, let's move on to Cancer signs. Let's see. In the name of the power of shadows, what are Cancer signs' ex-lovers up to? Let's find out what your ex is doing. Cancer, ex number 1. And Cancer, ex number 2. In the name of the power of shadows, final destination. Cancer, ex number 3. Here it is. Let's bring on the excitement. What's going to happen? Your ex is currently in full resistance mode. There's chaos in their life. It's not like you think. They're trying to pull themselves together. So it's a real arena battle out there. It's all dust and smoke. You can't see a thing. Everyone's at each other's throats. The slow get left behind, the quick snatch up the prize. This is highly likely. Both their surroundings and their inner world on the rooftop, on the rooftop, on the rooftop. Exactly in this mood. Exactly in this mode. So what is that mode? Let's see. A complete flag of rebellion. A total flag of rebellion. 6 of Swords. A full-on flag of rebellion. Look, I want to pull myself together, but I can't. Nothing is clear. You can't see anything. There's chaos both in my inner world and in my outer world. I want to leave here as well. I want to escape from everything. I don't know if I can handle this chaos. I have no idea. Cancer risings, Sun and rising Cancers. Your ex is completely in this mood, right in the heart of chaos, looking for a hole to escape. Looking for a hole to escape. So what does the last card say? Because I can't see where this is going. All right, then let me ask you a question. Why did you get into that chaos? A direct question. Why into that chaos? I thought I could handle it. So, couldn't you foresee whether your situation was suitable for this or not? I mean, at worst, you get out of there. You experience what you wanted to live there, somewhere else. You never get into that chaos. If you can't handle it, you never get into that chaos. You never get into any other chaos either. Let's say you did get in. You will get in fairly, but you got carried away. You got hyped up. I can handle this alone. By the power of the shadows. Yusuf. Where did Yusuf come from? Yusuf. 3.5. Panic attack. How do I get out of here? Will I get out of here alone? By myself? Look, the 6 of Swords is in the middle. This means it's already too late. Will I get out of here alone? Because you're still under its influence anyway. Will I get out of here alone or not? I'm describing it exactly. The 6 of Swords is already in the past now. Or should I go back and start everything all over again? There is the question. That's the question anyway. That's your biggest problem. Even if you go back, you can't do it with this mindset. You need to change your mindset. You've gotten stuck in an all or nothing mentality, saying Allah, 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 Allah. So, and then you're left with just 1 out of 3. Now it's Yusuf. No way What happened? No way. They won't buy it. They won't buy it. Of course, everything got bottled up inside you by the power of the shadows. Exactly. It all exploded inside you. Of course, clearly, exactly. Now let's move on to Leo signs. Let's see. Friends whose sun sign or rising sign is Leo. What are your ex-lovers after? Leo, ex-lover number 1. Leo, ex-lover number 2. And Leo, ex-lover number 3. Scratch, slog, 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 squirm, slog, squirm, slog, swish, 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 snugly. I'm opening it slowly, building up the suspense. Aha. Leo's ex-love is filled with excitement. You have no idea. How can we tell? There's an excitement spreading among the cups. Come on, Grandpa. Let's see. I wonder what this excitement is about. That is the question, right? That is the question. But what kind of excitement are they after? This will take some reading, but wait a minute. They'll read it, then let's see. They want action. Excitement has taken over in the name of the power of shadows. They want action. They want excitement. They want adventure. What kind of adventure do they want? Right now, they're in an excited state. They're in a high adrenaline situation. And can I take a risk? Or can I? If I take a risk? Can I trust and take a risk? Why can't I trust and take a risk? Because there's backstabbing here. Because if I trust and take a risk, will I get tripped up from behind later? Will things go as I expect? Or will the other person kiss me? Is it worth working for a perfect score of expertise? And it's a straightforward question too. Card number 3 will explain this completely. Ha 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 ha. If your ex gave you this kind of excitement, it would be fitting. It would be fitting if they gave you excitement in a clean way. How do we know the topic? Because here we have the Sun card. Adrenaline, then excitement, motivation, everything is at its peak right now. There are just a few question marks in your mind. And even then, it's only 2 or 3 questions anyway. What do the question marks say? Well, will what I've done be worth it? But you've already put up a fight for that? Will what I've done be worth it? Is this the question of the Sun card? Will what I've done be worth it? After that, if you ask the question, is it worth what I did? Then why did you come to this point? Whoever the person in front of you or the fake person is, won't they ask that? Will what I've done be worth it? Are you even worth all that I've done? Huh? What's up? Did it just occur to you now to ask the question? Up until yesterday, you were busting your ass. Did you get cocky? He stood up a little as if he had stood up. You did, though. But I wonder, what if it doesn't turn out the way I expected? Wow. You used to say, I could only see this in my dreams. So what happened now? Did you chicken out? Did you get scared? Or did you just get cocky? Either move on or get the hell out. Either move on or get the hell out. There are 2 possibilities. Either move on or get the hell out. Ex-lovers of people with a rising sun and a rising Leo sign. There might even be a child involved in this. Or maybe they're just acting really childish without going overboard with the spoiled behavior. We're right at the end now, but should we just not do it? Oh, get the hell out of here, man. Unbelievable. Look at this guy. Just look at yourself. Didn't you notice? Exactly. That's right. It just can't be. It's not possible. Then that's when people start asking questions. You stirred things up, got everyone hyped. We took all sorts of action. And now you want to just give up, like nothing happened? So, why? Well, what if it doesn't turn out the way I expected? What if I get betrayed somewhere along the way? Can I trust you, or is it even worth it to you? Whoa! Exactly like that. Unbelievable. Now let's move on to friends whose sun sign and rising sign are Virgo. What are your ex-lovers up to? Nope, nope, nope. What are you going to do? Let's see. We'll find out now. Virgo ex-love 1 X love 2 and X love 3. What is it? Aha! Your ex is busy trying to pull themselves together and prove themselves. Now, if you haven't quite reached the full level of development as a Virgo, if you haven't completed it, then you've become a Virgo's ex, of course. Because Virgo equals development. If the expected development didn't happen, that's clear. They've been eliminated and left behind. Right now, say, I will prove myself with his ambition. In fact, I didn't even collapse. I'm still standing. Exactly. I'm not defeated. I'm still standing, man. Yeah. The chance of them coming back is high. Why? I won't lose. I won't lose because I need to prove myself, pull myself together, and define what this is. But does he eat the stuffing? Do you really have that confidence in yourself? Is your self-confidence real? Or is it empty when it comes down to it? Don't just keep saying goal, goal, goal. You know? Don't just stay stuck on the idea of a goal. How do I know this? Because here we have the Five of Pentacles. Those terrible things you said to me. Damn! There's no growth where there's no criticism. I say this to everyone. My rising sign is Virgo. Criticism. Why do you criticize? So you can improve. I even criticize myself, you know? Gee. Seriously. If I criticize myself, why wouldn't I criticize you? What's it to me? You say I say terrible things to you, but that's just how it seems to you. That means you haven't made any progress. That means you haven't taken a single step forward, and you didn't say what you needed to say when you needed to say it. So now you're making it a matter of pride because of what you're hearing. That won't work, man. I think you should just get lost in a dark alley. Yeah, just get lost in a dark alley. Because, do it, then face them. Or, are you even facing them? Face them after you've made an effort. Otherwise, it's over. Just like that. Exactly. There's nothing you can do. You haven't been able to define it, nor have you been able to prove yourself. At least to yourself. And then there are all these things being said. Or like, why didn't they choose me? Gee, did you even say a single sentence? No. So, did you stand by what you said? No. Then you shouldn't be surprised that this is the outcome. You really shouldn't be surprised. There's nothing you can do about it. Exactly. All right, friends. That's all from me for now. I'm Ultron Kurtbay. See you in the next videos. Ladies and gentlemen. For now, I'm signing off. Take care.